know. This doesn't feel like America first. Oh my goodness. So I remember people telling me, Lucas, this administration is about America first, all right? It's about putting Americans first. That's why he won. And I was like, okay, I just feel right now that something may have gotten lost in translation. Because when it comes to putting Americans first, I guess that's what he means when, Americans are first to get fired. I guess technically that is America first. I guess when it comes to Americans first to get on food stamps because they don't have a job anymore. To be fair, that is America first. When it comes to Americans being first for their economy to be destroyed thanks to a tariff trade war, then to be fair, they are correct. This is America first. I just don't think it's America first how many people expect it. As we can see by the overwhelming, outcry by people who voted for Trump who are now regretting their vote. I say that to say this because we now have Alina Habba. For those of you who know, she was Trump's legal advisor. She's now Trump's legal advisor as president. I find it interesting because Trump criticized her during a previous court case. And he said he was disappointed with his legal team.
I feel sad that I have to come up here and explain it. I have all this legal talent, and I'm disappointed in my legal talent, I'll be honest with you. They're good. They're good people. They're talented people.
Now imagine my stupor when the person who said he was disappointed with his legal team, including Alina, then hires the same person who he's disappointed with for a position in the White House. I guess that's Trump logic. I don't know what to tell you.
Beta!
She is asked about the recent layoffs, how this is including veterans.
Starting to think about maybe some of those veterans who worked for the federal government and maybe what the administration can do to at least help salvage their lives.
Now, this is something that the Republicans constantly want to talk about. Oh, we love our veterans and we love our police, okay? We love them. They're the best, they're the greatest, and Democrats always want us to get in war, and we want to protect our veterans. That's the whole spiel that they feed to the masses, okay? That went, the way of the dinosaur, as we saw with January 6th, and they were assaulting officers, and then Trump pardons the very same people who are assaulting officers. So you have to understand there's a little bit of hypocrisy, not a little bit, a lot of bit of hypocrisy that comes with this new Republican Party. So she answers the question the only way I expect someone who has a love for veterans to answer such a question, right? Because you have veterans who are, coming out talking about, hey, listen, I voted for you and I'm being fired. And they're lying about why I'm being fired.
I just feel like I've just been swept up in a dustpan and thrown out.
James Diaz started his job at the IRS office in Galesburg last April. First as a tax advisory specialist, then a few months later as a fuel compliance officer, a move he took as a promotion with a pay raise.
This right here is my termination letter.
A week ago today, Diaz was fired, receiving a letter from the Federal Office of Personnel Management.
Here's where it comes. Taking into account your performance and in light of mission needs, the agency finds that your continued employment at this agency is not in the public interest.
Diaz is a combat veteran. He served in the Army during the first Gulf War. After working as a truck driver and in manufacturing factories, he got his college degree in 2020.
I am upset, mad, and just confused at how they could treat people who put their life in the line for the country, who put themselves in harm's way, can be treated like this.
So if they're doing this to veterans, people who serve the government, imagine what they're going to do to you, to me.
No. Wait.
She comes out and says, maybe these people shouldn't have a job.
Well, as you know, we care about veterans tremendously. I mean, that's something the president has always cared about. Anybody in blue, anybody that serves this country. But at the same time, we have taxpayer dollars. We have a fiscal responsibility to use taxpayer dollars to pay people that actually work. That doesn't mean that we forget our veterans by any means. We are going to care for them in the right way, but perhaps they're not fit to have a job at this moment or not willing to come to work.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I swear on God's green earth, bruh. I swear to you, my jaw hit the floor when I heard her say that. Because what it reminded me of, I'm not gonna lie, what it reminded me of, I know maybe you guys don't get this reference, it reminded me of like the Xbox reference. Because they asked this dude, hey, what are you gonna do about the people who can't get an Xbox One? And he says, well, we have a product for them. It's called the Xbox 360.
Fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message if you don't, like it?
If you have zero access to the internet, that is an offline device.
And obviously, he was terminated. He was fired. It was gone. He was let go. And that's what this reminded me of. Because I'm like, this is not how you respond to this question by saying that veterans are essentially lazy. Then she says that, hey, maybe they didn't want to come into the office. Now, from all the stories that I've come across of, veterans being fired, I have yet to hear one person who was like, you want to know why I got fired? Because I decided not to go into the office. I wanted to work remotely. I haven't heard not one story like that. This is the America First policy that they are promoting. Vilifying veterans as lazy, vilifying them as essentially what they believe to be DEI hires, incompetent, saying that they shouldn't have a job. Imagine serving your country, right? Some of these people have PTSD, they have lost limbs, they have internal injuries, and then have this woman say, hey, maybe you don't deserve a job. Maybe that's what it is, okay? Maybe you're not doing your job, competently. That's why you lost your job. Maybe you didn't want to work at the place of a business. You wanted to be remote because you're lazy. That seems to be beyond the pale, bro. That seems to be so tone deaf, like so excruciatingly tone deaf. I don't know what to tell you. But that's the administration y'all voted for. Once again, I need the shirt, I know, but I didn't vote for this. That's what the shirt needs to say, because I didn't. And the sad part about this, honestly, is not even the people who are getting their just comeuppance for voting for such a foolishness, right? Voting for such a foolish administration. It's really the people who didn't vote for this. The people who are veterans who are suffering, everyday people who didn't vote for this, but yet they still have to suffer along with the stupids who did. And it reminds me of this video of this person calling into this station, I think it was C-SPAN if I'm not mistaken, and they were like, hey, my drugs have gone up. They skyrocketed.
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling from West Virginia, which was a red state for Donald Trump, and they have a place called down here Public Debt, and a lot of my neighbors were voting for Trump. They walking around scared, crying, nervous, and they were forever Trumpers. But on a personal note, I'm a diabetic and I'm on Medicare, and when Joe Biden was in there, my insulin was $6 for a 28-day supply. I just went to CVS to get my new supply. It went back up to $80, they said, because the American Recovery Act was canceled. So it went from $6 to $80. So I don't know if anybody else out there on Medicare.
And the problem is a lot of these people are on fixed incomes. So they can't take, extreme volatile fluctuations in their medication or even in their regular, standard living when it comes to milk or eggs or groceries or anything. That's the problem. And the thing is, these people don't care. They don't care about them. That's all it is. They're like, hey, well, you just have to weather the storm. And the silly part is, the absolute lunacy is that many Americans won't be able to weather the storm. That's the problem. So how they see it is, well, dog eat dog. It is what it is. Survival of the fittest. And it's like, how are you going to say survival of the fittest when you've placed us in such a precarious situation? You placed us in this situation. But then you're going to blame us for not being able to survive? I don't know, man. That seems like hustle. Seems like a rock in a hard place. That's where they put the American people. And I think this comment is absolutely just not only tone deaf, but absolutely despicable. She should lose her job. That's who should lose her job. If Trump had an IQ above room temperature, he would fire her for such a comment. All right. Or she should go on national television. As much as they want Zelensky to apologize, she should apologize. That's what should happen. But it won't. Anyways, guys, that's a video. Let me know what you guys think. I'm curious. Is there anyone who agrees with her that the veterans don't deserve jobs? That's as simple as that. The reason why they're getting fired is because they want to work remotely. Maybe there are people out there like that. I don't know. Or if you believe, no, she's stupid. The person who employed her is stupid. This administration is stupid. And you vote for a clown, you're going to get a clown show. That's what we're dealing with. Nevertheless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, if you didn't and you disagree, you know where to find me. Friday through Sunday Disagreement Day. But if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to like, share, comment. Let me know what you guys think about this and subscribe. And that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing.
Perhaps they're not fit to have a job at this moment.